What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you follow this channel, you know that I've done a lot of dash cam videos in the past. Usually it's just a quick little integration in a video, but in today's upload we're doing a full dedicated video on the Vantrue N4 or the Nexus 4 Pro, because this is the best dash camera that I've ever had. Now you might think, oh Mike, you're only saying that because it's a sponsored video. And no, I'm not. Now, am I saying that this is the best dash camera ever? I don't know about that because I haven't tried all of them out, but out of all the ones that I've had, this is the best one that I've ever tried out. And I'm gonna show you guys why I think this is the case. So it comes in a very nice packaging. Now, I'll be honest, I'm so used to installing dash cameras, so I didn't really film the install process, but it is, however, extremely simple. As you guys can see here on the front windshield is where the main unit sits, and it's so easy to install. So we have the cord for the rear camera going up through here, and you completely hide the cord. You can hardly even see it. I mean, here you can't see anything. And then in the back we have the rear facing camera. Now, this is the first dash camera I've ever had that is a 3-channel camera. So it's facing forward, of course, the rear, and also inside of the car. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna unplug this rear camera cable because it does detach through a magnet, and this is the actual dash camera. I have to admit that it's probably the biggest one that I've ever had, but that's because it does come with a 3.9-inch screen, and this is the lens that faces the inside of the car, so the in-cabin camera. And then we have the front-facing lens right here, and this films in 4K. The lens for the inside of the car films in 1080p, and you can't even see it here because I have 5% tint all around the car, but the camera that films in the rear films in 1080p as well. So the in-cabin camera is fully adjustable depending on what angle you want. And on the side here we have a power on button and also an emergency recording button, and then this pops out like that, and in here we have the SD card. And this dash cam supports a 512 gigabyte, up to 512 gigabyte SD card, by the way. So the actual power cord plugs into this part right here, the actual mounting bracket. So we're just gonna click the dash cam back on. Now there's 2 ways to give power to the dash cam. You either use your 12 volt, which I'm doing right here, or you use a hardwired kit, which is something you have to order separately. But we're gonna get out on the road here because the footage that you get from this dash camera is absolutely amazing. And another thing that I don't think a lot of people think about is the safety aspect of having a dash cam. Do you guys remember the time that we were hit while I had a C63 in an intersection, and the guy tried to say that I ran a red light? Since I had a dash cam, we could prove that he actually ran a red light. I had a green light, and he hit me from it was just a big mess. Thanks to the dash cam, I could prove that it wasn't my fault. I also had a cop once accused me of going 90 miles per hour on the highway. Now, even though I was speeding, I was going 85. It was thrown out in court because a dash cam proved that I wasn't going 90 miles an hour, I was going 85. Long story short, it's a safety aspect to have a dash cam, and that's why I love them. Now just look at the quality of the front camera. That again films in 4K, and that's 30 frames per second. Now as we switch to the inside of the car, the in-cabin camera, if you want to call it that, this films in 1080p, 30 frames per second, and this can also dub as like a vlogging camera. Now, you know, I'm a full-time YouTuber, so I always drive around with a GoPro if I need a vlog, but in case I've forgotten it or whatever, it's very good in a case of an emergency and I need it, because the audio is pretty good, not quite as good as, you know, a GoPro with a media pack or whatever this thing is called that I have on here. So the rear facing camera films in 1080p as well. Now I do have, as we mentioned, 5% tint around the car, so I've always had little issues with the rear facing cameras, and that's not the camera's fault. It's just that the tint is so dark, which makes the resolution or the footage of the rear facing camera, you know, a little darker. But it films in 1080p, so if you have normal tint or no tint at all, you're gonna have great coverage from the rear of the Vantrue N4. Now granted, it is daytime outside and, you know, pretty much perfect lighting, so any kind of 4K, you know, camera or lens will give you a pretty good resolution and a clear picture. But the front camera comes with the Starvis 2 image sensor, and the nighttime shots you get with that sensor are amazing. Just check this out while I was driving last night. So the Starvis 2 sensor is designed to minimize glare from headlights and stuff while it is dark outside, and it does a really good job with it. Now granted, the backdrop of those night shots are the Pittsburgh skyline, driving under the bridge and everything. I mean, it's a cool shot, but you can see the resolution for yourself. It is just absolutely amazing. And this is the in-cabin camera that films in 1080p. At night it uses an infrared lens, and it films in black and white. Now here's another thing that I personally love about this dash cam, and it's kind of specific to this car. I've had an issue with other dash cams in this car before, that they won't pick up the GPS signal, because most dash cams nowadays, and the Vantrue has it as well, of course. Sorry, yeah, see, that would have been my fault. I almost crashed there. The Vantrue, of course, has built-in GPS, and that measures your speed and your location. The front windshield in this S-Class has like an integrated type of tint or film that's supposed to reduce glare or something like that, and I didn't know this, so I thought it was something wrong with the dash cams. But what that tint or film kind of does is that it blocks GPS signals. It's not designed to do that, but it just automatically does that. So I haven't been able to pick up GPS, and sometimes I'm using Waze on my phone on road trips and stuff like that, and Waze will be flipping out, and like the maps were going all crazy, and I figured it was something wrong with my phone, but it's this front windshield that has some kind of integrated weird tint, metallic tint or something, that blocks GPS signals. But for some reason it doesn't do it on this Vantrue N4. So I can actually see my speed when I'm driving, which is a really good feature, because I've been pulled over a couple times and the police will say, oh, you're going this speed, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't going that speed, and I was able to prove it one time. It wasn't in this car. So that is a phenomenal feature on the Vantrue N4, that it actually picks up the GPS signal in my S-Class and can calculate my speed through GPS. So on the 3.9-inch screen, there's 4 buttons underneath here. So this one is for the settings, and then you can toggle through all your settings right here on the dash cam, and then you can switch up the resolution and so on all the cameras. I don't know why you would want to do that. Now the dash cam also comes with an app, so you can switch your different camera angles here. Same features that you have on the dash cam, you can do it from your phone. And then if we go in here, you can access your album and download videos from the app. What I usually do though is remove the SD card and then just check them on my computer. So having the 3-channel setup or 3-camera setup on your dash cam is definitely optimal, because it films the front, the rear, and also inside. God forbid that someone tries to open your door while you're in traffic or tries to do something to you while you are driving. You're covered pretty much in every angle. And that's the main thing for me when it comes to dash cams. It is peace of mind. And like I said in the beginning of the video, the resolution and having the 3 cameras and the functionality of the dash cam is the best that I've so far experienced myself. I'm sure there might be others out there that are better, but this is the best dash cam that I've ever had. And I personally recommend this dash cam to all of my followers to try out. If you haven't ever had a dash cam, or if you've had others and you're looking for something else, now this is the time to buy it, because there's a prime sale going on between July 16th and July 17th. This dash cam usually costs $379.99. It's now on sale for $299.99. So you guys save $80, but it's only for a short time. So July 16th through 17th from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. So if you're watching this video and you've been looking into a dash cam, maybe buying your first one or buying a new one, now is definitely the time. You won't regret it.